guys, my name is Zena and I am the owner of Blue Bay Equestrian. I wanted to shoot you a quick video to explain who I am, tell you some fun facts about myself, and also explain to you why I'm doing this YouTube video. I have had a lot of people over the years who have asked me, hey, can you do a little video and send this to me? I could really use the help. Or, hey, how do you wrap that foot? Or, hey, what do you do with this? Or what are some tips and tricks that you use when you set courses? Or, whatever it may be. And so I decided that I like to talk and I like social media, so why not make a channel? So here I am making a channel. So I think the cool thing to do is to say, if you like my channel, you should subscribe below and thumbs up somewhere. Something like that. Fun facts about me. I was born and raised in Germany. My parents are both German. We are not military. We just are some Germans and decided to randomly move to the United States in '98. So my dad is a music producer and my mom was working with him, and they just decided to move to the other side of the ocean, and they let me know in 4th grade, and it was a little rough because I didn't know the language whatsoever, but my accent comes through every now and then, but for the most part I'm pretty good, pretty fluent. I do speak German 100% fluent, reading, writing, talking. Talk to my parents every day in German, so I am pretty well versed. So if there's any German people, I got you. Fun fact, when I moved to the US, my parents insisted on me having English lessons for a couple of months prior to us moving, and I had this lady and she was British, and we didn't know that there's a difference between English, like American English, and British English. So let me tell you, there's a difference, because I moved to the US with a very thick British accent. I said, I've got a dog, and needless to say, bullying is a really big thing, because even back in the day, you hear about it more now, but I was bullied a lot. I was like super tall, I was a kid that was, had a funny accent, then I tried to do a British accent, but really I was from Germany, and it sucked. And I ate a lot of different food too than people in America do, and anyways, you become accustomed to one country very quickly and it takes you a while to get over. But long story short, bullying is a true thing, and you should tell someone if you're being bullied, because it's not cool. But I was fortunate enough to grow really tall. I'm almost 6 foot, and then I was taller than the boys, and then I think they were scared of me. So I think the bullying stopped. Probably solid 6th grade, 6th, 7th grade. Obviously I've picked up English, the American English, in the meantime. So fast forward, I grew up in Fort Myers and then moved to Gainesville, and I went to the University of Florida. Go Gators. I don't follow anything Gator related, I just say that because I feel like I need to, because I graduated, but I have no idea who was where doing what in football. I couldn't even tell you. And I didn't actually ride that much before I went to college, because I was a really, really, really big tennis player. I played in Germany, I played in the US, we went to voluntary camps, and we went down to Miami, and we traveled all over on the weekend for tournaments. We flew to Arizona, we were in Georgia, we were all over the place. I was nationally ranked in the 12s and 16, or 12 and 14 age group, and then when I turned 15, my knees blew out. So that was cool. So I lost all the cartilage under my kneecap, and I ended up not playing tennis anymore, and I told my mom, hey, you know what? Horseback riding is great for your knees. So long story short, she grudgingly agreed, and then I started riding and taking some English lessons on these things called thoroughbreds, which we definitely don't have in Germany, because in Germany we just ride Norwegian fjords at the summer camp where I was at, which are these chunky things with dun stripe down. They're funny little creatures. So I rode those and then moved here. I rode for UF a little bit. I tried out for the team. I think I was on the team for 1 semester, but I was pretty busy. I studied, I did animal science in a focus in equine industry, so I got my bachelor in that, and I was going to go pre-vet, but then I had Chem 2 and heard about organic chemistry, and I was like, you know what? I'm actually not going to be a veterinarian. I don't think it's going to work out. So I switched to business. So what I did is got my BS in animal science, equine industry, and then I got a minor in sales, and then I was asked to teach that class and really liked it, the sales class that we had, shadowed a rep, and then I was like, hey, I want to do this. So then I actually got my master's in agribusiness, which is like an MBA, but a little different. So it's the same general concept, but it's more ag focused. I did that, and then I got an internship with the company that I work for now, which is a veterinary pharmaceutical distribution company. So we pretty much sell all the veterinary products to the veterinarian. So anything from flea preventatives to medication to x-ray tables, that's what I do full time. So that doesn't give me a ton of time to ride or teach, but what I do is I made a little LLC on the side just because I had a decent amount of clients a couple of years ago that were lessoning on the weekends or after work, and we would go to shows. Things have changed a little bit, and I moved from Orlando to St. Cloud with my horses, so the clientele changed a little bit there, and now I just kind of do it for fun. I love to teach, and that's why I'm kind of doing this video, because I hope that maybe something in one of these videos could be beneficial to you. I'm by no means an expert. I think you can never stop learning, so it's really important to, you know, not to my own horn by any means. I've definitely had my fair share of horse knowledge. Unfortunately, a lot of injury-related things lately. But you know, I just like to share things that work for me, and maybe they work for you, and maybe they don't. But don't take everything so super serious. Please don't sue me. This is my official disclosure. Just kind of a little fun video. And then about the horses real quick, I have a horse named Calvin. He's a 16 one-hand bay thoroughbred. He is my jumper. We just moved him up to play a little bit in the 3/6s. At the past shows, he is a roar, so he has a paralyzed larynx. So what that means is normally you have two flaps, and then when you breathe they open, from what I understand, and then when you're eating or anything like that, you close. So Calvin's is permanently stuck like this, closed, so he only goes like this when he's breathing. So he has less breathing capacity because he can't take that much in, or that's how it was explained to me. Long story short, I've noticed his stamina really decreased, and he had a hard time kind of catching his breath and coming back, and he was huffing and puffing, and you can hear us from a mile away, whether it's my voice or my horse. One of us you'll hear, because we're both really loud. And so we had the surgery last November, and I'll do a separate video on that, but long story short, the stitch didn't hold, and the flap fell back down, so he still is a roar, but they did take the vocal cords on that side out, so now he has an easier time breathing. So we've noticed he's still really loud, and he still sounds really loud, but it's a lot better than what it used to be, and he has much better stamina. At the horse shows, I never do more than 3, max 4 classes. I think I've done 5 one time, but I normally just do, like this weekend, I do the 3-3 division, and then I have 1 3/6 that I just play around with. I don't think you should do 2-3, 2-6, 2-9, 3-foot, 3-3. There's absolutely no reason for you to jump that long and put your horse through that. I think that's absolutely silly, but to each their own. There's people who do that, so be it. Don't want to start a fight, but I personally just like to do 1 division and maybe play or do a money class or something like that, and not too many divisions. And then I have another horse that's supposed to be also going to this horse show, but Bentley, who I got in December, decided to roll in March, and he got casted, and then when he pulled out, he ripped his whole back leg open down to the cannon bone. So that was a great phone call that I got on a Friday. And he ended up having to go up to Ocala and be at a surgery center for a while, and long story short, he's doing okay. The wound is not healed all the way yet. We are going almost into 8 months here, but it's getting there, and he's also dealing with a little bit of abscesses, but when he's actually sound, he moves really nicely, and he actually jumps really cute and has little legs up. His little legs, being he's 17 too, he's actually really large, but he's doing really well as far as the healing goes, so I'll do a separate video on that one as well. But yeah, so that's kind of my thing. I teach a little bit on the side. I have the LLC. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, or you can contact me on my Facebook and private message me on Blue Bay Equestrian. And other than that, just look forward to some videos, and hopefully it'll be helpful, or at least entertaining. It's one of the two. So thanks guys, have a great day.